Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, whoever. Hello, whatever you want to be called. Welcome back to Sour Patch Journals. I know my second episode definitely took so long. I apologize for the delay. I definitely had to go to therapy for a little bit before I can further move on with this podcast and with this process. Yes, your girl need therapy. If you find something wrong with that, then maybe you need therapy too. Ain't nothing wrong with getting therapy and getting help to make sure you are emotionally equipped and emotionally intelligent in order to handle certain situations. There's nothing wrong with trying to learn how to be healthier. Nothing wrong with that. Especially mentally healthy. Considering the world we live in today, yeah, I think a lot of us need therapy. And that's not even me saying that as a bad thing. I think just a lot of us need therapy for growth, for our mental issues, mental health, trying to be better, trying to be healthy, trying to just be happier, period. Your mental health and your well-being is a part of what matters, especially about you. Please don't forget that, because a lot of us definitely do. So again, I went to therapy because of the first episode, which I think y'all should go listen if you definitely haven't. Did you grow up in a toxic family? Yes or no? I definitely did. And that's why I went to therapy, because of course, even though I already knew this was going to happen, I definitely got backlash from blood members. We're not calling them family over here. They're definitely just blood members. I feel like family is more of it's an inner feeling. It's a spiritual feeling. It's more of connection. That's just my view. That's my opinion. That's why I would rather just call them blood. Because yes, we share the same blood, but I do not see them as actual family. And why? Why don't I see them as actual family? Because the moment I dropped the first episode, instead of taking the time to listen to what I have to say, they judged based on the title and straight jumped down my fucking throat. And what I mean by jump down my fucking throat, it was just this after that, and just negative. And it's like, damn, this is why I said, did you grow up in a toxic family? Because it was just straight negativity. In fact, I'm gonna just say two things that two members said. And of course they had to do this public. It had to be in the little family group chat instead of just personally, which I feel like, in just a recommendation, if you have a problem with somebody, instead of doing it in front of a whole crowd of people just wanting an audience, I personally feel like you should just do it one-on-one with that person. But these so-called blood members, one specifically said, and I quote, "What exactly did you go through?" And I was like, damn, right there just let me know. These same people who are family members, who are blood members, whatever, have no clue who the fuck I am. Nor do they have a clue. They do not have a goddamn clue what the fuck I went through. The fact that you sat here and asked me, what did you go through? Damn, you don't know me at all. You do not know me. So that means if you don't know me, why do you think it's right to sit here and throw this negativity at me? But whatever, I'm not even going to worry about that. That is them. This is me. Another blood member, which actually kind of cut deep, but that's okay. I didn't cry about it. I actually laughed majority of this off. All of it off, honestly. Another blood member said, and I quote, "Never seen someone try so hard to make a problem when there's no problem." That one there cut deep for the simple fact that takes me back to literally why I made Did You Grow Up in a Toxic Family the first episode. For the simple fact, a lot of my blood members cannot take accountability for any of the shit that they've done. Whether it's recent or long time ago in the past, whatever. They just cannot take accountability. And that's okay. This certain member sat here and said, I'm basically looking for attention. This is a cry for help. Then she went and told me that I needed therapy and this and that. But literally just a few years back when I actually was in therapy, that whole little group was judging, oh, therapy is for white people and whatever, so on and so forth. So it's now that I'm saying something about what this family got going on, I need therapy. It's very ironic. Very, very ironic. But of course, I wish them luck. You know, one member said, I wish you the life that you deserve. And I said, I wish you the same. I wish you the same. No negativity here, just all love. You know, but of course I had to take that to therapy and talk about that a little bit. But it was just literally a little hurdle to get over. Because I was already well prepared for it. I saw it coming many months prior to me even doing this. So, I mean, spirit, God, the universe, whoever you want to call it, they just already set me in this path and already gave me the knowledge I needed to keep on going. So that's what we're going to do, is just keep on pushing, which gets me into my next episode. Dear mother, I love you. And I hope if she ever listens to this, she knows I really, truly do love her deeply. So as I said or stated in my first episode, if you haven't listened to it, I would recommend you go back before you listen to the rest of this, just so you can be caught up on what this is going to be about. I said that I was adopted, and I was adopted still into my actual blood. But going a little bit more into that, how did I become adopted? Well, let me tell you. So, just a little bit on the background. My mother was a teen mom. You know, she had me about 16, which that is a very tough age to have a kid. Or child. I would like to remind everybody that is a very difficult age. I definitely see that now. But she had me at 16, and obviously around this age, majority of teenagers, they're in the party lifestyle, which my mother was. She was definitely a party animal. Definitely still is, and I take after her. I definitely take after her. But she was in the party lifestyle, so she was always going out, and before I was even the age of 1, CPS was called by certain blood members because they were tired of watching me after my mother would drop me off and just go party, and they were like, we're tired of watching her, so they called CPS. And CPS had ended up taking me out of her care at around 6 months. I was 6 months old. They took me out of her care and was calling around the whole family, seeing who would raise me. If no one would be able to take me in, they would put me straight into foster care. So they got down to one last person who was my caretaker growing up, which I'm actually so thankful for her. She was the one who had took me in. That's the one I had said who has the two children who are definitely not in my generation. I'm like the new generation to them. They're actually the millennials, and I'm Gen Z. So, and my caretaker, I guess you would say boomer, as I said in the last episode. And so I was raised by a boomer and technically 2 millennials. As well as, you know, because sometimes it does take a village to raise a child. I had a little bit of blood members raising me as well. Anyways, this is about my mother here. Since this had occurred, especially since I was really young, I, over time, developed a lot of hatred for just everybody. My caretaker, family, my mother, just everyone. All I wanted was my mother. That's all I wanted. The one person I could not have, my mother, is the reason why I decided to rebel. I'm like, well, fuck everybody. I can't have the one person in my life that I really want, so fuck everybody else that's in it. That's not a good way to look at things, but that's just how I looked at it as I was growing up. And since I thought this way, over time, it put a wedge between me and a lot of people, especially my mother. At the time, at that age, I felt like I literally hated my mother. I really hated her because I just could not stop thinking, like, all this time I wanted to get close to you, and you just wanted to go out and party and live your life and do whatever you wanted to do, and I just wanted to get close to you. And now I don't, because now I hate you. Like, I now no longer want to be a part of it, anything that has to do with you. And that's just how I was feeling. And it fucking hurt. And I know for a fact it definitely hurt her. Because I remember there were times where I would look her in her face, look her dead in her eyes, and tell her, I don't want to be anything like you. I don't want any parts of what you got going on. I don't even want to live with you. I don't want to be with you. Like, nothing. I wanted nothing to do with her. Because I really was just that hurt. Since I was a child to teenager stage, I was that hurt. And I didn't know how to really express that besides rebellion and just hatred, just hating the world. I had no way of expressing that. But honestly, I'm realizing now that I'm older, I'm not giving any excuses to her faults, but I see now that I had to put myself in her shoes. Why do I always cry on these sensitive parts? It's because, like, I finally get it. I had to put myself in her shoes and realize, like, damn, being a teen mom is really fucking hard. It really is hard, because I sat back. I'm not a teen mom. I never, nothing like that. But I have been around people who were teen moms, and I sat back, even in this current generation, people are popping up with babies left and right, and they're so young. And I sit here and I watch them, how they take care of their kids and how they're living their life. And majority of this generation doing the same thing that my mom did years ago. Just partying away. And as I look now versus how I was back then, it kind of hurts to see, because I understand we're teenagers, or y'all are teenagers, or young adults. Everybody want to have fun. They want to live their life. But if you just created new life, bro, that life needs you. Don't get, like, come on. I'm the one to tell you. I am the child of a teen mother who went and partied most of her teen years, all of her teen years away. I'm showing that just being stuck in that lifestyle does not have to be the only way to live. But this generation is popping out babies left and right, and I see people flicking and posting it on the gram and flexing their kid and everything like that. And I that's cute. I get that. But I also witnessed these same people going out and partying, going to the strip clubs, just stripping their life away and shit like that. But the whole time, like, their child is maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years old, don't know how to speak, definitely isn't potty trained or anything like that. And it's like, no, like, you can't. I get you want to live your life. I do. I really do. But when you have a child, that is responsibility you got to handle. You do not want your child out here fucked up in the streets, bro. You don't want your child out here ripping and running the streets, telling people, oh yeah, my mom don't give a fuck about me, or my dad don't give a fuck about me, so I'ma just, like, and then the next thing you know, your fucking child just got shot in the street because you wanted to go out and party. Not saying that happened to me, obviously, but there are a lot of parents in this generation that I feel like just don't see the significance as much as they should. Yeah, having sex is fun sometimes. Yeah, like, especially with the right person. But if you want to lay down and swap energies like that, and then on top of that, have the child that was produced in swapping those energies, you gotta take care of it. You can't just neglect it. You can't neglect the child. Come on, baby. You can't, no. Again, like I said, I had to see that my mom was really having a tough time trying to understand that. She wanted to always be with her friends at that age, and that's understandable. It is. So I'm not as mad anymore. My mother had a hard life. She's had a hard life, not something for me to talk about, but she's definitely had a hard life, and I had to put myself in her shoes and, like, actually fucking see that. And now that I see that, it's like, we're older, and yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't always agree on the things that my mother says to this day, but I see that she's really trying her fucking hardest. She is really a strong woman, because the things that she has gone through, bro, like, to survive those things, still come out with 3 beautiful kids on top of that. You know, my little brother, my little sister, and me. Like, she's really a strong woman. And I give her credit. Sometimes she be on her shit. But, like, that's, like, everybody. That's me. That's my mother. That's my sister, my brother. That's everybody. But at the end of the day, she is still a strong fucking woman. Even if she doesn't even believe it in herself, she is so fucking strong for even still being on this earth after all the fucking monstrosities this world has given her. I just want teens who are dealing with, or like kids who are dealing with teen parents, or teen parents themselves. If I have any teen parents listening, like, I just want y'all to know y'all are strong. Y'all are really, really, really strong. But please, just take care of your children. Watch after them. Even though my mom couldn't with me, that's okay, because at the end of the day, I got what I needed to get from my experiences. And so did she, you know? So I don't look at it as bad, but the lessons really are there. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes before you completely sit here and say you hate them, you know, unless they did some crazy, like, I want to say, like, then killed your parents or killed family members, or just killed, unless it's like a murderer or a rapist, you know, because I totally get that one too. Like, just put yourself in their shoes. And especially when it comes to your parents. I know a lot of us are like, we don't like our parents. We don't like what they're saying. This, and that. Put yourself in your parents' shoes. Like, know what they went through. Even if you don't know what they went through. Do you know what the times were like back then? Even still, it's not an excuse, but it's better to fully understand, or at least somewhat understand, what they went through and how they're acting, before you completely jump off the rails and say, I fucking hate you, and fucking die, and all, because I done said all types of things like that, and honestly, I do regret those. I don't regret a lot, but I do regret those, because, oh my gosh, if that ever happened to my mom, I remember sitting here saying, like, as a kid, I rebelled and hated her so much. I would be like, bro, I don't even give a fuck if my mom died. I wouldn't even shed a tear. And then I remember, like, I say that, and then I really think about it, and I'm like, I'm literally dead ass about to shed a tear. Like, no, don't say certain things before you really fully think about it. Because there's a lot of things that I've done said to her, or we done said to each other, and it's like, bro, like, we need to, it's better to just, even with your partner, even with your partner, before y'all sit here and argue, just assess everything. Empathize with that person. Sympathy and empathy are very fucking different. A lot of people think they know what it is, but no. Empathy, you can fully step in somebody's shoes and fully understand, or at least try your hardest to understand what they're feeling, what they're going through. You can feel their emotions. That's empathy. And when I felt the emotions my mother was feeling, it hurt me so bad, because it's like, damn, my mother just wanted to live. And it's like the world just poisoned the waters that she was in. And I hate that for her. I really do. But that's why I'm here, to show her that there is definitely a different light. There is a different outcome. There's a different outlook on things. Just perspective. Just change your perspective and just hope that the glass is half full instead of half empty. Just look at it that way. Just look at life that way. It's all about perspective, honestly. And that's taught me a lot. Now, I do want to end this off with, again, Mother, if you ever listen, I love you so fucking much, and I hope you know that. And I remember I was telling, my mom and my sister I was doing this, and my mom's all like, oh, I don't like the idea, because you're about to sit here and spill my whole life on it. No, that's not what it's about. It's my life that I'm spilling, but I really do love you, Mom, and I finally understand a lot of the hurt and the pain that a lot of people have inflicted on you and caused. And I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry you had to go through all of that. And I'm sorry that a lot of the things I said growing up, they were really hurtful. But I do love you so much. And I hope everybody else said the same thing to their moms. You know, we only have one mother. And even though sometimes our parents don't always do the best things or the right things, they're still our parents. And they're still human. They still went through the same thing you're going through, which is fucking life. And life can be so fucking just insane. And just tell them you love them. You don't have to like people, like I said, but the love can still be there. Just, you know, you're protecting your energy, your boundaries and shit like that. But just let them know that you love them. Again, Mom, I love you. And I hope everyone has a good week or a good weekend. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Just let me know if you guys related to anything or really felt anything in this episode. Again, let me know what you want me to talk about, if anything. My socials on Instagram is __big.tiny.__. TikTok is __.tiny.sbk. __. Jeez, what's up with me and these underscores? And is that all my socials? Oh yeah, I also created a YouTube channel, so I will also be posting this on YouTube if Spotify is not working as well. Jeez, that crying just got me so congested. But I'll be posting this on YouTube at Big Tiny. That is my channel name, or you can look up Tiny SBK, either or. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to tell your fucking mother that you love her. I'm telling you. It's not worth it to just always be angry at them. Or hold on to it. Let it go for your peace. I forgave her, even though I feel like even to this day she thinks I'm still mad. I really forgave her because I fully understand it now. It is a hard life. Alright, that's enough of me ranting and talking. Peace out. What do I want to call y'all? Extraterrestrials? Whatever. I kind of want to call y'all beautiful souls. So peace out, beautiful souls. Have a nice weekend. Mwah.